Welcome back. We are here slightly before the game starts. We are live a little early. That's my fault, but we'll go with it. Mainly because I don't know if I stop the stream, if we'll get it back on. This is the third match of the day, and this will be against New York and Chicago. And here comes Dylan on his way back. You guys won't have to listen to me for the whole time. I did go live, and then I was afraid to stop it and restart it. So.
We welcome you on in here for match number 3 between New York and Chicago of day number 2 of the US Amp Soccer Cup 2024, and we are underway. Vinny's behind the camera this time, so he won't berate me on camera. Here, Vinny, I'll give you your 2 seconds of fame.
Oh gosh, Dylan, thank you so much. You are so.
All right, that's enough from Vinny. All right, we are underway here as the game has begun between New York and Chicago. As the ball laid off to Ayala. Ayala, and that one's going to roll out of bounds. So it'll be a Chicago kick on the far side. Lays it back to Lira, but it's taken away quickly. It's Booker. He's looking for number 1, and it's saved there by Omerovic. A big save from Omerovic there. He's been amazing so far through this tournament, but New York's back in transition. Ayala at the top of the box, and it's quickly sticked away there. And now it's back to the far post. He's going to take a rip, and it's going to go on out of bounds. That was Guidu with the opportunity.
I'm really disappointed you told me you said I was on camera because I'm doing a terrible job.
And now it's Lira. Lays it back to Omerovic, who switches it to the other end of the field. And now it's Andrade. Andrade back to Ayala. Ayala pushing his way up the field. He gets past another one. Ayala along the goal line. And he'll cycle back to Guiedu. Guiedu. Surveying. Andrade. Booker. Lira. And it's going to be scooped on up by Omerovic. Omerovic lays it out to Calvo here on the near side. Calvo goes back to Omerovic. Pressure there from Booker. And he's able to get it out. And it'll be a kick in here for New York. As they'll play the ball in now. It's in the middle. It's Ayala. Ayala dices in and out. Tries to lay it for Guiedu. And all over that one is Omerovic. It's only as far as Payne. And it's going to be a kick here for New York. And it'll be Ayala. He's going to look to take the kick. And it's just Coleman in the wall right now. Andrade runs over. Ayala with the shot. A big save from Omerovic. And now back to Bamaka. As now it's in the middle. It's Booker. Booker turns back. And that's going to go on out of bounds. Chicago will take the kick, and Coleman. Back to Payne, and Andrade's there to take over as he pushes down the far side. Guiedu. And tripped up there. And it'll be a kick coming in for New York. As Payne and Guiedu's crutches seem to get tangled up together. It's Andrade. Lays it into Booker. Booker with the rip and a good block there from Calvo. As it's going to roll on out. And it's going to be a kick here. Booker takes a cook in. It's Guiedu. Guiedu working his way around. It's Ayala. Back to Guiedu. It's Mann. Mann with pressure from Coleman. He's able to work it over to Mendez. Mendez back to Andrade. Into Ayala. It's Booker on the shot, and he misses over the crossbar. A good opportunity there for New York, but it'll go out for a goal kick here for Chicago. Just under 5 minutes gone through this first half so far. It's Calvo. He lays it off. Smith. It's going to be Booker in the middle. He takes over. He cuts in, trying to get past, but a good job shielding him off there was Payne as it'll roll on out. New York has had a couple of opportunities so far in this game, unable to capitalize as of yet. Omerovic will lay the ball out to Calvo. Off the goal kick, looking to go back to Omerovic, tight in that corner over there. He skips around one and just barely gets the ball out. And unable to control it, so it'll roll on out. New York will get a kick in on the far side. Andrade looking for options. Booker will come back deep to receive. And taken away by Coleman. Coleman looks to transition. It's a 1v3, though. He doesn't have anybody alongside him, and it'll just roll on out as he was looking for his options. Mann lays it back. It's Bamaka. Bamaka out to Mendez. Mendez surveying. Puts one over the top, looking for Guiedu. Can he keep that one in? It's still in. Guiedu with an opportunity, puts it in. Big save from Omerovic and stumbles all over it. Omerovic looks to distribute out. As he looked to go long, unable to do so, he'll just roll it out to Lira. Lira in the middle to Payne. Payne looking to play up to Coleman. He's got a couple of guys by his side. He's got man waiting in front of him. He'll turn back for options. And he'll look to go all the way back. No, he'll turn back again. Going out wide looking for Trejo, who's just unable to get there. And he'll roll out New York kick-in. It's now man or El Toro, the Beast, for New York. Lays it out to the near side here for Mendez. Now it's Booker. He's got Guaido on the goal line, finds him. Guaido cutting in. And he'll lay it on back to Mendez. Mendez searching in the middle, headed away by Payne. Man unable to get a clean connection. It'll be a handball there. It'll be Chicago's kick coming out. They're going to take it quickly. It's Trejo on the far side for Chicago. Coleman. Payne. Payne back to Smith. Smith looking for the 1-2 with Payne unable to connect as met there by Mendez. It's Booker now on the 3v2. Going just beyond. Booker sticks with it, tries to flick it along. Omerovich will just kick that one out. As it'll be hit back in. Omerovich comes in. He'll collect it at the top of the box. Omerovich distributes on the roll over to Trejo. Trejo looking for his options. Wanted Coleman, but Ayala's there to take it instead. Ayala turns back around. He's got Andrade. He'll find him. Andrade. Back to Ayala looking for the 1-2. Beautiful passing there. Trying to skip by. Coleman's there. Claiming for the handball. Not going to get it. Coleman just distributes that to Payne up top. Payne the target man. Now Coleman. Coleman turns back. He's going to go all the way back to Omerovich, who's unable to touch the ball. And
You can't touch, just going out.
it went
He went out.
out of there. And there'll be a kick right outside the box for New York. And they'll get backed up just a little bit. They'll probably be backed almost in towards the goal. As it's going to be Ayala. Will he go for goal? No, he's going to lay it off to the top to Andrade. And he's going to miss wide left of the net. A big opportunity there for New York to find the board. And they won't be able to do so. As we'll get a triple substitution coming in for New York. Goal kick taken short. Lubin's all over that one, and he almost gets it. And it's going to roll on now. It'll be a corner kick coming up for New York. Lubin, who is super high energy, loves to press out there. It'll be Andrade to take the corner kick over here. He whips one into the back stick looking for Ayambaye, unable to find him there. He had 2 goals yesterday, 1 in each respective match. He'll be kicking. It's Lira. Transitions to Coleman. Over to Calvo. Good movement here, and it's just going to go beyond Smith. It'll be a kick in here. It's Diallo. Into Andrade. Andrade turns. Will go far now to Guaido on the far side. Guaido. And he'll lay it back. It's man holding down the defense. Lubin. Lubin on the far side. He's got Guaido as help. Finds him there. Back in the middle towards Andrade. Andrade finding Lubin, and it just escapes underneath him. Can it be kept in? It can, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. New York's going to have another opportunity here. 10:55 gone so far through in this first half. Still scoreless at 0-0. Ball whipped in towards back. A good hand there from Omerovich. Man's there to recollect at the back post. He's looking for all his help. He's going to turn around as Coleman was going for the pass back. Man lays the ball in towards the middle. It's Diallo back to Man. Man in the middle! And what a save from Omerovic! Another big save from the keeper. So yet another corner now. It's Guedu asking for his yardage for Lira. He's just going to go short to Andrade at the top of the circle. Andrade's going to think about having one, and that one just goes beyond. Omerovic was scampering to get to that, but it just misses the goal frame. There'll be a Chicago kick coming up. As about 12 minutes gone so far through this first half. It's Broom as he makes his way back in. Quickly taken away. It's Diallo and Payne battling out. It's Faye Mbaye looking for his third of the tournament. Has a man on the outside. He scores! New York first on the board. It's Diallo. They take a 1-0 lead. A beautifully worked ball there, as you might have thought that Faye Mbaye was going to take the assist, or take the goal. Instead, he'll take the assist. A beautifully worked ball over to Diallo. And New York leading 1-0 as Chicago will kick off. It's now Payne. Lays it up to Coleman. Coleman looking for his options as he's pressured by Faye Mbaye. Faye Mbaye pushes along on the far side. And poked out of bounds. It'll be a kick in here for New York, as that one's pushed out by Payne. Andrade is going to take over on this one. Andrade whips the ball in the middle, and that one's just going to escape. That's going to roll on out of bounds, and it'll be a kick in now for Chicago. Calvo will take this one for Chicago in the white. Hipped over to Smith. Smith looking to play back to Broom. Broom working it over to Payne. Payne flipping it to Smith. Smith looking for an option. There's Broom. Broom looking for Smith again and unable to connect. And it's going to roll on out of bounds. It'll be a kick in here for New York. Man to take the kick in for New York. He'll lay it off to Bamaka in net. Bamaka redirecting traffic, and he'll lay it into Diallo. Diallo looking for Man, and that one's just going to go a little bit too far beyond him. He kick in here now. It's Medrano. It's taken away by Man. Man's got Faye Mbaye up top there. Faye Mbaye's through on goal. 1v1. Puts it in. No, it's just side netting. Outside the net. It'll be a goal kick here for New York. A chance to double their lead. And we're getting a timeout called here by New York. It is a rule in AVT soccer that you can get your timeout, or maybe you need to have possession, so we will continue play. In order for the timeout to be called, you need possession played. I'm taking a temporary timeout, though, just for the player to tie his shoe. And now we'll resume play. So the ruling for timeouts, you do need to have possession yourself. As now it's Payne. Payne plays it out wide to Trejo. Trejo looking in the middle, trying to get that back heel flick, unable to do so is Payne. As now Guedu there on the far side. He's pacing up the far side. Looking for Faye Mbaye in the middle and poked away and out by Coleman. And now I believe we'll get the timeout. Now we'll get the timeout called here out on the field now that New York takes possession of the ball. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Jake's 58 is a Long Island's only casino hotel offering over 1,000 video and electronic table games where Long Island wins. We also ask you to stay connected with the US Amputee Soccer community. Visit ushampsoccer.org for updates on upcoming matches, training camps, and youth clinics. Follow us on Instagram at US Amputee Soccer for men's teams news and US Amputee Soccer _women for the latest on the US women's amputee soccer team. Don't miss a beat and support the journey every step of the way. So as we wait on the timeout right here from New York, they're currently leading 1-0 with 6:13 gone through the first half. And we'll come back on into play as it'll be a New York kick on the far side as they're currently leading 1-0 here. We'll wait for the referee whistle to restart our game clock. And we're underway. There's Lubin on the back heel. It's going to be scooped up by Omerovich. Looking to distribute quickly. It's Man. Back to Bamaka. To Andrade. Lubin. He's going to cut through. And he's going to get tripped up there. And it'll be a kick for New York coming up. And it'll be Andrade now. Andrade to Lubin. Lubin pushing along. It's Fayembaye. Back to Lubin as they work it around the outside here of the box. Fayembaye. Cuts to the inside, has Man. And he's going to leave it for Andrade. Andrade thinks about it. Now back out to Fayembaye. Fayembaye's got Lubin on the goal line. He's going to cut in. He plays it in the middle. Shot! And just trickling wide is that one. And it's going to be a goal kick here coming up for Chicago. Now it's Medrano back to Omerovich. Omerovich with the long boot. Maybe thinking about going for goal. And it'll be Bamaka. Back to Diallo. Diallo up to Lubin. Lubin. Pushing. Cuts inside. He thought he had Man there. And now it's going to go up. Broom combining with Fayembaye on the far side. Man. Now over to Diallo. Diallo back in towards the middle. There's Diallo on the one time. A good right leg save there from Omerovich. Trying once again, but not able to get anything there was Pena. That's Fayembaye. Oh, good little move as he cuts inside. He's going to cut into Man. Man thinking about it, laying it wide. It's Lubin. Lubin with the shot. That was a quick release right there as it's saved, and it's going to go out. It'll be a kick in for New York. Kervin Lubin to his USA teammate Man. To Fayembaye in the middle. Looking for someone. He's got 3 white shirts all around. He'll have to regroup as they recycle the ball back. Andrade to Diallo. Coleman with that insane press as he keeps up the effort. He's been all over teams this entire tournament. Lays it back now, Andrade. Andrade looking for the through ball, and that's going to go all the way out. A wasted pass. It'll be a goal kick coming up. And it'll be a goal kick here for Chicago. Nice job by Mann getting a piece of that as it flies high in the sky. It's Lubin. Some miscommunication now. Mann will take over. It's Mann. Cutting in. He's got Lubin. Lubin whips it back to the middle, searching for Fayembaye. Trejo meets it first, though. And they'll just let that ball roll and roll, and it'll go on out. It'll be a kick in here for New York. Just about 5 minutes left to go in this first half. New York currently hanging on to a 1-0 lead. It's Guedu who's got the lone goal. Ball whipped into the back stick. Handed away there by Omerovic, only as far as Diallo. He'll leave it for Fayembaye. And now it's going to roll on out of bounds, and it'll be a kick in now for Chicago. As the ball taken quickly, but going to have to be taken back. It's going to be a sub coming up. As we'll get a couple of substitutions coming out here for New York. And now Andrade off to Lubin. Lubin cutting in, but met there by Trejo. It's a race for the ball between Coleman and Andrade. Coleman wins this one out. Pressure from Lubin. It'll deflect on out. It'll be a Chicago kick coming up. It'll be Broom in here to take the kick. He lays it off for Payne. Payne in for Coleman. He's got Smith through, but it's intercepted by Diallo. They look to counter here. Lubin in the midfield. Back to Andrade. 1-2 with Andrade and Lubin. Now to the far side to Guedu. Guedu whipping the ball into the back post, and Fayembaye just not unable to get a touch on that one as it cycled all the way through the middle of the box. It'll be a kick in for Chicago. Chicago will take the kick here on the near side. As they'll try playing it short, Broom just able to get it out only as far as Diallo. Fayembaye met by Smith. Ayala chests it down, gets a little flick. Will he think about it? No, he'll turn around, and that's going to do it for the end of the half. At the end of one, it's New York 1, Chicago nothing. We'll be back for the second half coming up shortly. And we're underway here as we get started for the second half. It'll be quick distribution from Bamaka. It's Coleman for Chicago. And it's out for a kick in here for Chicago. It's Payne. Payne lays it back. It's Trejo. Trejo whips it into the middle. Man gets that one out. And it'll roll on out. It'll be a kick in here for Chicago. Chicago searching for the equalizer. Lofted in towards the middle. And Ayala's going to be the first man to meet the ball there. Headed on down. Booker. Now it's all the way back. Searching for the pass, and it's going to roll on out of bounds. It'll be a kick in here for New York. It'll be Andrade who hops on this one. He'll lay it short for Ayala. Ayala cuts in towards the middle, finds Booker. Booker's got Guidu on the goal line near the corner. Whips it into the middle, handed down by Omerovic, who tries his best to play like an NFL wide receiver, but the ball is the part that's out. His feet are not as important here. It's Guidu. Guidu's going to whip one into the back stick, and it's going to go out and over. It'll be a goal kick here coming up for Chicago. As they take it quickly, Omerovic has to quickly distribute. And popped up and over. And now it's Coleman. Back to Ayala. Ayala pushing along. It's Guidu. Guidu, he shoots, but a big save from Omerovic. Omerovic comes up huge once again here for Chicago. It's now back to Ayala. Ayala to the far side to Mendez. Headed down by Payne. It's Trejo to Coleman. And met there by Andrade. It's now Ayala picking up. Ayala tries to cut in. And it's going to be called back. It'll be a handball here. Coming up for New York. It'll be Andrade. Andrade going for goal and hit over by Omerovic. He had no other option there as the ball was coming right towards goal. Just a little bit over 3 minutes has passed so far in this second half. As the corner kick will be taken here by Ayala. Ayala whips it, and Omerovic lays all on top of that one. And Omerovic looking to distribute quickly. And he lays it only as far as Man. Man, it's up to Guidu. Guidu in the middle for Ayala. Ayala's to a goal. Oh, a big save from Omerovic, and a double save! Oh my goodness, you might not see a better save this game or this entire tournament than that one right there. It's now Booker to come on top of this corner. And that one hit out by Broom as he steps in front of that one. Booker looking for his options in the middle. And blocked outside once again by the experienced Broom. Ayala whips one in. It takes a deflection once again. It's at the back stick. It's Guidu off the volley. A good block there from Payne. Coleman looking to transition. He's trying to play the ball through. It's going to be skipped on out. And it's going to be a kick in here for Coleman. as Broom gets a well-deserved rest after blocking 2 and a third deflection there.
Dan the wall.
As it's now in the middle to Payne. Over to Coleman. Coleman trying to turn his man. And it's all the way back to Andrade. Coleman gets a poke out there, but Andrade able to keep body positioning. As now back to Bamaka. Bamaka escapes the Coleman coming after him. Now it's all the way up to Ayala. Ayala tries to dance around one, but met there by the defender Madrano. It'll be a kick in for New York here. As a little over 5 pass so far. It's going to be a kick in for Chicago on the far side. Madrano will step up over to take that one. And they'll leave it for Payne now. Payne's going to look to go deep with this one. As it takes a deflection. And it's rolling only his first Trejo. Nice little back heel, but no one there to get on top of it. Payne skips it along. A race to the ball over on the far side. Mendez wins that one. He's got Booker in the middle if he wants him. Now it's Ayala. Ayala pushing along the far side. Guido and Booker in the middle. It's Booker. Booker on the shot. He scores! Javon Booker with his first of the tournament. And New York takes a 2-0 lead. As the team will make a couple of substitutions. And it'll be a couple of New York players coming on in as Chicago looks to kick off. As the ball kicked all the way down, and it's going to roll on out, and it'll be a New York kick-in. As we look at the live updates of the standings, so Miami and New England both with 7 points as of right now, but leading on goal differential is Miami. And then right behind them, New York in the live standings would have 4 points at the moment if this stays out as standing. And then it would be Colorado also with 4. I'm not sure what the goal differential is. I think actually they would be ahead, would be Colorado on goal differential, though we'd have to look again, although they did just give up a couple. I think New York would be ahead on goal differential. And then finally would be Chicago as play continues. Mbaye over to Ayala. Ayala cuts to the outside. He's got a man on the far post. Oh, and that one just keeps on trickling and going along. I believe that was Diallo all the way back there looking for Guido and Mbaye. It's going to be a kick in here. It's going to be Lira. Lira will play it back to Omerovic. Omerovic in the middle looking for Payne, who takes it down. He's got Coleman deep trying to find him, but unable to do so. It'll be taken by Lubin. Now it's Ayala. Ayala back to that outside again. Looking for the options. He's got Guido there. The shot in the front. And unable to do so, Guido, as he received the feed from Peña. And he's more upset at himself than anyone else for missing that opportunity. As the ball distributed from Omerovic. And Trejo looking for Payne, unable to find him. Now it's Ayala. Ayala. Back to Mbaye. Mbaye with the shot and just misses. Omarevich will take the goal kick. He looks short. Now we'll go deep to Trejo. And is taken up and getting a shot. Omarevich will kick that one away as we got a couple players down. And looks like Calvo over there. And we'll make a substitution here for Chicago. As Lay will come on in for Smith. I believe there's Calvo and Pena coming together there. Andrade is going to change the field to Ayala. Ayala taking his space. He's going to work it back towards the middle, looking for Guaido. Takes a couple deflections. Fayenbaye is racing to keep that one in on the goal line. He does. It's now to the top of the box. Ayala. Ayala looking, waiting, and unable to get it in. It's Coleman. He's able to get it out. And now it's Fayenbaye, and it's going to be coming on out. And it's going to be a kick for Chicago. About 14 minutes left to play in this second half. New York currently leading 2-0. It's Payne out wide to Lira. Lira looking for his options. He's met by Fayenbaye, who drops it off to Diallo. Now in the middle to Andrade. And it's up to Ayala. Ayala out wide to Pena. Excuse me, that's now in the middle, Lubin, and a good deflection by Lira. It was Guaido on the far side. Now it's Coleman. As he races down the far side, he's got Payne in the middle. He'll find him. Trejo making the run through the middle. He's going to look for Trejo. And just behind Trejo there as he was trying to play him through on goal. And he'll go on now. It'll be a goal kick here for New York. It'll be played short here to Diallo. Diallo to Fayenbaye. Fayenbaye's got space. He's looking in the middle for Guaido, looking for a brace. And unable to. Omarevich is there and then kicked away by Payne as he slips, though. And we'll see if he's okay. As it looks like he just slipped out over there. And we got a player down at the moment. He's able to hop back up. We'll see if he's okay. Trying to tough this one out. And he appears to be okay. And there's just a couple of pellets on the head. Won't hurt anybody. He's okay to continue. It'll be a corner kick coming up here for New York. It'll be Lubin to take. Lubin chips it towards the middle. Trejo gets a piece of it. And there's Payne once again back in the action. He's able to kick it along. And there's Trejo. Now met up by Guaido. Guaido drops it for Diallo. Diallo back to Lubin. Beautifully worked play here from New York. Now it's Fayenbaye. Fayenbaye all the way back now to Guaido. Guaido, and he's tripped up there, but it's going to keep going. It's Lay. It's Lay. Taken away there by Andrade. And now Calvo. Diallo. Ayala. Good stick by Coleman. Ayala sticks with it, and what's going to be the call? The corner kick coming up for New York. And it's going to be Ayala on this one. As they're going to wait and allow Coleman to get back up on his feet. Ayala's going to whip it in, and a good hand there from Omarevich. As it's going to roll on out. And it's going to be a kick in here coming up for Chicago. Just a little over 10 minutes left to go in this matchup. As it'll be Coleman to take this kick in. He finds Calvo. Calvo. Now taken by Fayenbaye. Now it's Lubin. Coleman. Back to Andrade. Andrade whiffs on that one. He's going to have to recover on back. He's got Bamaka to help clear it. It's Bamaka. Bamaka lays it in the middle to Diallo. Diallo pushes his way along. Now out to Fayenbaye. Fayenbaye over to Ayala. Ayala back to the top. Fine by it, poked away by Payne. As the ball is going to roll along. And it's going to be kept on in. It's going to roll on out. It'll be a kick in here now. Now Ayala into Guiedu. Taken away initially by Lira. Booker lays it back for Diallo. Over to Fayembaye. Fayembaye cutting in. Finds Diallo, trying the 1-2. Blocked up there. As the ball is going to roll all the way down and out. And it'll be a kick in once again here for New York. 9 minutes left to go in this second half action. Ball played on in. It's Lubin. Lubin lofts one over to Guiedu. Gets through. Lira able to push that one away only as far as Diallo. It's Booker now. He's got one of the 2 goals so far for this New York team. Booker out to Guiedu, the other goal scorer. Guiedu thinks about it. Poked by Lira. He's sticking with the ball. He's still got it. They're going to recycle back to Booker. Booker pushes to the far side. Fayembaye. Fayembaye back to Booker. Booker looking to whip one into the far post. Guiedu's there. He's trying to play one in. The chip over the top. It's going to squeak on in. It's Diallo. Puts New York up 3-0. As that one just flipped up and over. And the spin on it took it in off the post and over the goal line. With just a little over 8 minutes left to go. And Chicago will kick off now. And taken away initially. Trejo's the first one there. And Lay gets a kick up to Coleman. Coleman trying to cut inside. And it's going to be a kick coming on out for New York. New York will take the kick. It's Fayembaye. Over to Ayala. Ayala with the strike. A big save from Omerovic. That ball's going to stay on in and now kicked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for New York coming up. It's Ayala. Whips it into the middle. And it's Diallo. Fayembaye. In the middle. Looking to poke it through. Chipped up over to the top. Ayala trying to win there. Tries for the overhead kick and unable to get a clean connection. Now Ayala settles it down. Trying to poke it along. Lear's got it. Payne's got it. Coleman's got it. It's bouncing all around in the box. It's finally settled by Diallo. Fayembaye on the outside. He looks to push one into the middle. It's bouncing around. It's Fayembaye. Big leg save from Omerovic. Headed down and blocked by Payne. It's going to go out for a corner kick. It'll be Fayembaye to take this one for New York. Fayembaye whips one in. Oh, and that one almost went straight in. And it'll be finally kicked away by Omerovic. As we got just about 6-ish minutes left to go. Ball played on in. As back to Booker. Booker to Diallo. It's now in the middle towards Ayala. And they're going to get a handball. And it's going to be coming out. And it's Coleman on the counter. Booker gets back. Great defensive effort there from Booker to get back and stop the transition. As now it goes all the way back. Omerovich looks to go long and stop there initially. It's now Pena. Pena in the middle towards Ayala. Ayala's got space. He takes it in the middle. Pena looking for Diallo, now out. And Lubin just missing the net. It's going to go in for a goal kick. Omerovich chips one over the top as it's chested down there by Payne. Payne gets it back now as he turns and looks. He's looking to play to Coleman. It's a 3v2 at the moment as New York looks to get back. And now Diallo. Transitions, Fayembaye. It's a 3v2 going the other way. Fayembaye's got Ayala on the far side. Ayala looks for the shot. Big save for Omerovich. As he comes up huge there, stopping the goal once again for Chicago. Ayala. He's going to whip one in. A good another leg save there from Omerovich. It's now played in the middle. Fayembaye. He turns. He looks. He rips. And that one just goes wide left of the post. As he just got a toe to that one. As time is trickling on down here in this game. New York's still looking to add another one, while Chicago's had a couple chances themselves. It's Calvo now on the far side. He's looking to play through Coleman. There's Coleman. He's got Booker closing down on him. He tries to cut on in, and they're going to get a call. It's going to be a kick for Chicago. Chicago's going to get an opportunity here late in the game. It's Coleman standing over this one. As Coleman lays it to Trejo. Trejo with the opportunity and goes just wide. As Ayala will be subbed off for Guiedu. Bamaka will take this goal kick. Just about 2 minutes left to go. Now it's Guiedu. Diallo. Now wide for Fayembaye. Fayembaye searching. Intercepted by Trejo. Trejo back heel to Payne. Coleman in transition, but Lubin's quick to get back there and stop him along with Booker. Trejo switching to Payne. Payne and Lubin fighting for it. It's at the back stick. Booker and Coleman. Lots of good battles going on as Coleman, now New York's been able to recover. Coleman gets positioning. It's Payne. Payne turns around, trying to find Coleman, gets deflected on out, and it'll be Lubin, and it'll be a Chicago kick-in. And Coleman will take a time to lace him up. As Coleman looks to go, he looks to whip one in. It's blocked there by Lubin. Lubin just able to kick that one all the way out, and it's going to keep on rolling. It'll be a Chicago kick-in. Payne's going to look to go deep with this one as time is getting close to being over. It's chested down by Diallo. He's able to push it up to Fayembaye. Does New York have one more attack in them? Fayembaye cuts on in. He's got a couple. He finds one man inside and taken and picked up by Omerovich, who's going to distribute quickly. He's got Payne. And that's going to do it. The end of the game. As the final tally, New York with 3 and Chicago with 0. That'll end the third match of today's game. Once again, right here, we'd like to give a huge thank you to our lead sponsors for the 2024 U.S. Amputee Soccer Cup, Major League Soccer and the New England Revolution. Your support helps make this event possible. We'd also like to express our gratitude to our other sponsors, Hanger Clinic, Orthopediatric Specialty Bracing, and Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. Your contribution is helping to elevate the world of amputee soccer. We'll be back for match number 4 coming up in just a little bit.